is up, YouTube? Frost the Hobidon here, and today I'm back with another reaction video for all of you. And this one is a Patreon request from Commander Grizzly, or Nevin Punzo from Patreon. This is the books was better. We're back to the books was better, and it's going to be Twilight review. Oh boy. Twilight. Not too excited about this show, but hey, as long as we get to make fun of it, and KrimsonRogue it lives up to its hype on promises on making fun of it when things are not as good as it seems. So hey, at least it'll be entertaining. If you haven't checked out this video, go leave a link in the description down below, so go check it out for yourself. It's been a long week for me, and there's a lot of things we're trying to overcome, but hey, you can't let that get to us. So I'm gonna be a bit out of it, so I'm gonna try my best to react. And Commander Grizzly, I thank you for the video request. As always, let's get on to the reaction in 3, 2, 1, go. What are you doing? Is that salt? Really, buddy? I don't know where this is going.
Circle's done.
Alright, next, light the candles and place the sacrifice inside.
Are you sure this is the only way? I'm not sure Krim's gonna forgive us for burning this.
NPC, he's been gone for a week. He could be anywhere. The only way for the searching spell to work is if we burn something that's precious to the target. The better the connection, the better the chance of the spell working.
Wait, what?
Now put the damn book in the circle.
But he loves this book.
The Golden
NPC?
Compass. Oh.
We may never find him if you keep stalling. Burn the book.
Okay. I hope you have a second copy. That's all I gotta say. Oh, photograph.
Agnos. Estondide tenetar.
So it's photograph. Got it. Hey, what's going on over here?
What happened? Did it work?
That depends. Was the light thing supposed to hit the cat?
Oh, you idiot! You must have screwed something up. The light was supposed to hit you, not her.
Well, what can we do? Can we recast the spell?
Well, we can't exactly burn the same book twice. Now can we?
So that's it? We'll never know where Crimson is?
We don't. But Leia does.
Hey, what's up? He's like, hey, what's up? And it's, oh, hey, Crimson. Oh, yeah, that. You've seen better days.
Have you recovered?
Hey, big guy. Hey, tall, dark, and gruesome.
Where am I?
You've been moved. It was necessary to keep you hidden.
You're a sick fuck.
You mean you didn't enjoy listening to the book? But it sounded like so much fun.
I was wearing my favorite shirt. Sleeveless, white violet lace. I was wearing it as a farewell gesture. My carry-on item was a parka.
You have to finish what you started, Crimson.
Really? Come on, man. Don't. You're really gonna suffer him, make him suffer through this? It's freaking Twilight, for crying out loud.
Only the movie is left.
Keep that away from me.
The movie, even worse.
You can't fight this. Not anymore. You're going to help change the world. Whether you like it or not.
Wait. Why me? Why are you doing this? What the hell are you?
That is a good question. Why is he doing this? What exactly does he gain from this? What is the purpose of this? Why go through all this at all?
I am every ounce of anger you've ever felt. All the rage, all the selfishness you've ever spat out. And thanks to you, I'll soon be one of the strongest mages on the planet.
That's okay. Sure, sure, whatever floats your boat, buddy.
No one will be able to stop me. Not you, not your friend, not the council.
Why torture me like this? This could only slow you down.
That's true.
You mean you haven't figured it out? You don't know what bonds us? We don't just look alike. We're bonded, tied together by the rings you so foolishly put on. I didn't need your address to find you. I always knew where you were. You can never hide from me.
No.
Creepy?
The rings. The rings were delivered. Someone chose me for this. Who was it? Why me?
Why you? Because you were the perfect candidate. You are a battery. Your anger fuels me. You even made a show to review bad movies. I could leave you alone and you did all the work for me. I would have even let you keep on living comfortably until you thought you could fight me. Now we're putting the final pieces into place. You will watch this, you will go berserk, and I will become stronger than anyone has ever been. Now, do what you were brought here for.
Why are you even doing any of this? What's the point? You have to have an end game!
You're a good writer. And every good writer knows he doesn't give all his answers at once.
Okay, now we're in the intro. Took a while enough. I'm not sure if this is copyrighted, so I'm not risking it. I mean, would you guys risk it? I'm sure I'm not risking it. Oh, it's still going through. Okay. Is it over? Yeah, it's
Twilight.
over.
You already hate it, so why are you watching me kill myself?
I'm sorry,
Twilight
I was
is
requested.
one of the most detestable, hated...
I don't want you to suffer. I was requested to react to this, buddy, so don't get mad at me.
objectively awful books produced in the last 100 years. And for some reason that still escapes me, people love it. Maybe they don't mind the terrible writing style. Maybe they've never seen a book before and are impressed by the new phenomenon. Or maybe they just like the fact that the main character has almost no personality and they can implant themselves into the story. Whatever the reason, Twihards, the series' biggest fans, have earned their mockery for a decade now. Published in 2005, Twilight was the result of author Stephanie Meyer making a deal with Galacki, the Lord of Dead Dreams. Meyer claims that the inspiration for this nightmare of literature came from a dream of a flawless woman talking to a flawless vampire. And so the most boring romance ever imagined was born.
Really? That's how that worked.
It wasn't just that the romance was boring, the romance was antithetical. I'm not sure how much chemistry you can really develop between two non-characters, but it would probably help if they weren't always pissed off or yelling at each other. We could probably chalk some of that up to how sick this relationship really is. I mean, we're talking abuse, stalking, severe dependency issues, the works. Trust me, there will be plenty to mention about that later on.
Good to know.
Now, as there are people who will defend this, I want to counter one point really quick.
There are a lot of fans who enjoy
the first book spent several months on the New York Times bestseller list.
Yeah.
Yes, Meyer was granted a $750,000 book deal for the first 3 books alone. But you know what other book was really popular back in 1930s Germany? Mein Kampf, and every good German citizen had a copy on their coffee table. Popular does not mean good. The first book was written in only 3 months, which might sound impressive to some until you realize that such a feat doesn't leave time for editing or revision. As such, Twilight reads like a very wordy, very amateur fanfiction. And I'm not dissing fanfics. Remember, I wrote one for 7 years. Some fanfics are better than published novels. But Meyer's work wastes so much time on irrelevant tripe that you'll be begging for literally anything to happen. There is minimal variety in the vocabulary, no character growth to speak of, and a plot that is somehow both rushed and horrifyingly slow. The entire book reads like Meyer's jumbled thoughts were typed out as fast as possible and never saw an editor of any kind. And the worst part is, I didn't hate Twilight when it first came out.
Really?
Stop! Let me explain! First off, I never liked Twilight. I just gave it a chance when it first came out. In 2007, I was a junior in college.
I
had just finished reading the final Harry Potter book the year before, and I needed something new to occupy my time.
That's understandable. I mean, when Twilight first came out, I didn't care less about it. I didn't understand it. I thought it was just a movie to me. But then I realized, over time when I grew up, I realized how ridiculous Twilight was and how boring the characters could be. It's crazy.
Something that I could discuss with a lot of people. Something that would stir my thoughts both while I was reading it and while I wasn't. Well, Twilight did just that.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
I went into Twilight hearing good things about it after watching the first movie's trailer. My roommate at the time and my girlfriend both vouched for the book, whose judgments I still question to this day. So, with all that going for it, I decided to give the book a fair shot. I made it through about a third of the book before I couldn't stand to go one page more. Do you hear that, everyone who likes this garbage? I went in with an open mind, giving this a fair chance! I didn't hate it right off the bat. I didn't jump on the bandwagon and start hating Twilight the first time I heard about it. You can't accuse me of not giving this book a fair shot!
You can try.
You have no power here.
For whatever reason, the drunken science experiment...
I gotta take a moment. They gotta take a moment for that, because that line is hilarious. Oh, good example, buddy. Good example. Ooh, I don't know, was that a movie video?
that greenlit Twilight as a movie did so with a release date of November 21st, 2008. Since much of the filming took place in the woods and they weren't hiring actual talent, the first film had a budget of $37 million and took 44 days to shoot.
Oh, wow.
And sadly, it did very well financially.
Of course it
Twilight
did.
almost made up its entire production budget in one day, gaining a box office profit of $35.7 million. Because no one ever lost money underestimating the intelligence of the American public. Or horny soccer moms. And of course, once the movie came out, so did a lot of the well-deserved hate.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a killing machine. It's dangerous
it's been parodied a lot.
Around me.
What do you want, Jacob?
Yeah, where's my daughter, Renaissance?
Oh, man, the parodies they make fun of. I think my favorite one has to be Hotel Transylvania when they joked about this. That one made me laugh. Adam Sandler makes fun of that joke.
Why? This is a legitimate question. Why? This is a legitimate answer. Fuck you. Why? Well, I really wish I didn't watch this fucking movie. Hey.
It's a teeny bopper movie with vampires doing it for the hell of it!
It's based on a book. How was I supposed to know it's based on a shitty one?
The behind-the-scenes moments, like in casting or in simply publishing the book, are laced together with trite ineptitudes, dumb luck, and menial horse shit. Kristen Stewart, for example, was working on another set when the chosen director for Twilight, Catherine Hardwicke, visited her for an informal screen test and was apparently captivated. Well, thank you for coming to see us, Miss Stewart. We're just going to be seeing what your acting range is today.
Okay. Would you show us happy? Would you show us morose? Would you show us angry? Brilliant! We have our star!
Wow. That
Fans have also noted the accuracy of the book when describing the city of Forks.
It's very cloudy.
Perhaps the thing I hate most...
You know, can you imagine can you imagine Robert Pattinson, this guy right here, the Batman, became one of the best performances as Batman in the Batman movie? Yeah, I mean, the actor, I don't blame the actor. It's depending on the writer and the director on how they take on how they take it. So you can't blame the performance on the actor, depending on who's directing and writing in certain ways. Robert Pattinson is a talented actor, people. If you can't just judge him because of this one movie that was written and made by a terrible book, because he can perform amazingly well if you give him the chance to do so.
About this series isn't that it's popular, but that people think it's good. Movies like The Room, Birdemic, and Samurai Cop are obviously terrible, but have earned their fan base, even if it's ironic. It does just about everything wrong, and yet people will claim, with a straight face, that it is a beautiful masterpiece.
Yeah, that is true.
We have a series that is measurably bad, but has a multitude of defenders. I mean, what can you say about a story's worth when the plot of the entire series can be accurately summed up in a single paragraph? Well, you could do a character-driven story, and some of my favorite movies are, in fact, character-driven stories instead of plot-driven ones. But you know what? Those movies were fucking good! Normally, I would try to defend the book while complaining about the movie, but Twilight is terrible no matter what form you take it in. Written, cinematic, audio, video games, doesn't matter.
Wait,
so fuck both the book and the movie.
On.
This is not an episode of the
video
book
game
better.
of it?
This.
Wait, time out. There's a video game of Twilight? I did not know that. Learning something new every single day.
This is an episode of everything is horrible and I hate the world. So, with all that said, let's take a bite out of... Oh, I can't do it. No. I don't wanna.
I know, man. I know.
Why would you do this? Save me, Buffy. Sorry about that little outburst. Instead of starting with the movie, I wanted to start with the book. Now, take a look at the cover. I'm sure you're all familiar with the hands cupping the apple on the main cover of Twilight. Everyone's seen this thing because it's all over the internet. But what does it mean? What the hell does an apple have to do with these wannabe vampires? Was the scene where Edward uses Bella's apple like a hacky sack that entrancing? Well, no. The apple means something completely different. The apple is actually a reference to Adam and Eve's forbidden fruit. Now, that might not surprise you, what with this series basically boiling down to Mormon propaganda, but then there's the symbolic meaning of Edward and Bella's romance being a forbidden one. But here's the thing. No one in this book is telling them they can't be together! That doesn't occur until the Italian vampires are introduced in the sequel. In fact, in this book, it's exactly the opposite. Edward's family, who are all vampires, fully support this relationship, and although Edward is hesitant to get together with Bella at first, he takes no actions to prevent it. This cover is entirely irrelevant to everything in the book! I haven't even opened the first page and I'm already this pissed off! So we finally move on to the debacle of the movie.
Down.
Oh my god, we're only just now getting to the movie. Oh my god. So our main character is... No, I don't want to dignify her by calling her a character. Let's go with... So this massive personified failure is Bella Swan. The movie opens to this...
Or nostalgia call, one of the #1 dumbest damsel in distress. The Nostalgia Critic. If you top 11 dumbest characters in damsel distresses, go check that out. It's very funny.
It's irrelevant soliloquy.
I'd never given much thought to how I would die, but dying in the place of someone I love seems like a good way to go.
It may sound profound and moving. Who am I kidding? No, it doesn't. I only bring this up so I can talk about it much, much later in the episode. Bella's mother is leaving to travel the country with a new husband, so Bella's moving from Arizona to Washington to live with her father.
Your hair's longer.
Cut it since the last time I saw you.
Oh. Guess it grew out again.
If this were any more awkward, he would be smelling her hair. Now, Bella's father, Charlie, isn't that bad as a person. He's obviously trying, albeit awkwardly, to make sure Bella's comfortable, made up her room with a bunch of new stuff, and even bought her a truck.
So,
well, that's nice of him.
What?
Your homecoming present.
This?
It's been a while since I've seen this movie.
Just bought it off Billy here.
Now, Bella's expression here is much more emotional than in the book.
Oh my gosh! This is perfect.
Which is incredible considering Stewart's muted performance for the rest of the movie. In the book, she took one look at the truck, thought it looked trashy and horrible, and hated it instantly, despite noting that money was hard come by her father. I mean, what an ungrateful bitch!
Right.
This is also the scene that introduces Jacob, the werewolf.
Hi, I'm Jacob.
He'll have one moment of exposition 30 minutes into the movie, and then becomes completely irrelevant until book 2. So Bella makes her way into school and runs into...
He doesn't make that much of an impact in the first movie until the second movie where he is revealed to be a werewolf. And the war, Jacob and Eric and Jacob war began during the second book. Oh man, it was crazy.
John, Ted, Ben, I honestly can't remember.
Hi, I'm Eric, the eyes and ears of this place.
This guy is such a background character, he might as well walk around dressed in wallpaper.
Anything you need? Tour guide, lunch date, shoulder to cry on?
Whoa, down boy! You just met her. It's a little early to try sticking your dick in her. Speaking of dicking around, Bella goes to a few classes where we meet more extraneous characters who have literally no impact on the plot, the story, or any main characters in any way.
That is true.
Hey, you're from Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Aren't people from Arizona supposed to be, like, really tan?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe that's why they kicked me out.
Wow, that's
You're good?
That's so funny.
Yeah, this is another legitimate criticism of the book and the movie.
Yeah.
Teenage girls are among the most judgmental people out there, but aside from one lame insult as she arrives to school...
Nice ride.
Everyone treats her super special nice.
Yeah, I don't want to go through that argument, but yeah, but he's right about that. Then again, he is not wrong. Teenagers are very judgmental, especially young people nowadays in this current timeline. Oh man, they judge people and they just leave it at that. They don't think about anything else. They judge them for they judge people about it with one thing and they don't think about anything else. Reality sucks sometimes.
Smile. Okay, sorry, I needed a candid for the feature.
Okay. Has anyone in this entire production ever been to high school?
I have.
Everyone, and I mean everyone, treats Bella like some magnificent snowflake that they all want to befriend or have awkward sex with.
It's okay.
I got your back, baby.
That's
Famous celebrities with better looks, actual talent, and crap tons more money get more hate than this. So why is Bella the center of the damn universe here? Do these students really have nothing else going on in their lives?
Nope. No,
I can understand this being in the book because maybe Meyer went through an extremely sheltered life and was homeschooled to the point where she wasn't even allowed to see the sun. But does anyone actually look at these guys on screen and think for a moment that any of them were based on real people? So, Bella and her friends hang out at lunch when he finally comes in.
Who?
The other star of our film, and the reason
there he is.
so many creepy 40 and 50-year-old women started masturbating again, Edward Cullen. I gotta say, for all the damage this character has done to the world of literature, I don't hate Robert Pattinson for it. His performance in the movie is somewhere between doped-up coke fiend and repressed axe murderer, but considering what he had to work with, can you really blame him?
Yeah, you can't blame Robert Pattinson for his performance. It's what the writer and director want him to act this way. And he's a talented actor in other movies. He does more than just Twilight, people. His performance in the Batman movie is a good example that this man can act.
He went on to bash Twilight even from the beginning of the series.
When I read it, it seemed like I was convinced that Stephanie was convinced she was Bella, it was like it was a book that wasn't supposed to be published.
And you may remember that he went on to date Kristen Stewart, only for her to cheat on him later.
Wow, even Robert Pattinson didn't like the Twilight series. That's saying something.
I'll question his taste in women, but at least he was upfront about the series, and hell, a job's a job. Can't fault him for that. So Bella sees Edward and is instantly smitten with him. But the feeling apparently isn't returned because when our two lovebirds are made science partners, Edward reacts like Bella just farted. Really? In front of the fan? Why? Bella even sniffs herself to see if it really is her. Now I have to bring up something from the book. Edward ends up trying to excuse himself from the class, apparently because of how good Bella smells. Ladies, when was the last time you fell for a guy because he said he liked your scent? However, in the book, the main reason he does this is because the science class is going to have a blood testing lesson where students prick their fingers to see what their blood type is. What the hell happened to just dissecting cow's eyes? Right. What they're doing in the book is probably illegal, certainly so without parents' permission. Oh, and also, great cinematography in this scene. Very subtle imagery here. Because I totally never noticed the wings on the awkwardly posed owl behind Edward at all. And would you believe that after everything I've mentioned so far, we're not even 12 minutes into this movie? For a movie with no plot, this fucker takes an eternity to get through.
I guess that was part 1. If ever part 2 gets requested, that was it. Well, that was basically KrimsonRogue's review of Twilight Part 1. If I get requested to do a Part 2, I will do that. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little reaction video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. What were your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, take care, have a great day, be safe, and most importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there, and make sure to wash your hands, and make sure to stay positive out there. Take it easy, guys. Also, a special thank you for all the members of my Patreon. Special shout out, you know who you are. There's a list right here. Some of you are members of the Patreon, some of you are not, are just following, but to those who are members of Patreon, you know who you are. I want to say thank you guys for all of your support, and to the newest member, Odd Eyes Masters 12, thank you for being a member of my Patreon. You're the current newest one right now so far. I want to say thank you guys are the best. Take care, and I look forward to the next video reacting with you guys.
Oh, I love that part!